Hey, welcome back, folks. I'm glad you could join me again. And kind of interesting, my videos that don't involve horses in them don't get near as many views as the ones that have horses in them. So today we got a horse in it. And yeah, we're outside here because we've had a couple of nice days and the weather's been a little bit better. It's still well below freezing, but a lot milder than it has been. And we even had a little sun today for as long as it lasts. Sun doesn't last very long this time of year. Anyhow, I want to talk about this horse here, not the weather. And she's not here just for decoration. We're going to talk about her a little bit. I introduced her to you a couple of videos ago. Said I was going to work with her a bit and help her with her problems. Well, thinking about it, some of the things that we've heard, turns out the problems are actually a little worse than we initially anticipated. Thinking about some of the things I've been told, she actually has put several riders on the ground. Her owner is very hesitant to ride her, with good reason. And we found out another little tidbit of information is she's actually already been to 3 different trainers, and no one's been able to help her. And but I think that probably has something to do with the human brain. And well, I can't say for sure. I don't know how the other trainers do things, or who she was even to. I don't know anything about them. But I do know how the human brain works, and well, it doesn't always accurately diagnose the problem with the horse. I mentioned this not long ago in a video, how the human mind doesn't always catch things, because, well, on the surface, the problem is she was putting riders on the ground faster than they knew what had happened to them, actually. But clearly, she's a little on the worried side. But a lot of people would think, well, horse putting riders on the ground, that's the problem. No, that's not the problem. That's just a behavior that is a result of her instincts. And the instincts, which all horses have, is 100% natural. Okay, so we got the problem here. Then we've got the instincts that cause the behavior, which is we can perceive as a problem. Okay, but what's triggering the instinct? Let's back up one more. She's a little worried, and that worry triggers instinct, which causes the behavior that we are seeing as a problem. Well, we've already gone back 3 steps. Well, I'm thinking that going back 3 steps, we kind of figure out what the problem is. She's a very worried, nervous horse, and it's, well, when a horse gets worried and nervous, it resorts to their instincts, which results in behaviors that we don't like. So, what are we going to do to help her? Well, I'm not quite sure, but that would be going back 4 steps. So, we got she loses riders. That's the behavior caused by the instincts, which is triggered by the worry. And to help her with her worry, we got to go back 4 steps. Now, I'm not sure anybody's ever done that with her. Well, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what the other trainers have done. But, the human mind would say, well, she's putting riders on the ground. That's a problem. No, it's not a problem at all. It's a symptom. I've talked about the difference between problems and symptoms before. And, she's actually, I've only been working with her a couple of times briefly. And already she's made some significant improvements, but she's still very, very clearly a worried horse. I mean, you just watch her right now, the way her head's flipping around and the ears are up and everything else. She's really concerned about things. I wouldn't be surprised if sometime during this video she calls out to the other horses, because she's done that a few times. Actually, even today before I turned the camera on, she was already yelling at the other horses several times. She stopped doing it as soon as I put the lead on her again. But no, she's clearly worried, and it's this is what I want to talk about. Is well, this is the horse I'm working with, and what am I going to do? Well, I'm not sure just yet, but in the length of time that I've been with her, we've already seen that she's very, very clearly a worried horse. That everything, she's showed me in 20 different ways, that she's not comfortable with the situation and what's going on around her. And it would be absolutely ridiculous to even consider getting on her, even though I've got permission to ride her, and I even have a saddle that'll fit her because she has a special shaped back, requires a special saddle, and we have one that will fit just nicely on her. Well, there we go. We actually had to take a little intermission while we went and got a charger because apparently these rechargeable batteries have to be charged once in a while. I don't know. Who would have thought that? Silly. Well, anyhow, so as I was saying, the owner actually fortunately has 3 horses, so she's not dependent on this one to be ridden, which is probably a good thing because I wouldn't recommend anybody ride this horse right now. But as I said in the last video, her dam lived to 36, I believe it was. I thought it was 37. Oh, whatever. Either way, she's 21. I said 20 in the last one. I was misinformed. She's actually 21, coming 22. But if she lives as long as her dam does, or did, could be an awful lot of years left in this horse rideable because she's in perfectly fine health. Nice moving horse, actually. And if we take the time to help her, I think it'd be worth the while. Certainly think so. And, well, we've got none to lose because, well, everybody under the sun has tried to help this horse and has failed. But maybe I'm just going to do it a little bit different. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Now, exactly what am I going to do? I don't know yet. She's going to tell me, though. She's going to be the answer to our problem. And that's one of the things that, you can't just sit down and do a little brainstorm and go, I think I figured out what to do. No, you got to listen to the horse. Let the horse tell you. Let the horse guide you because from a human perspective, we're already messing up because we think that, the horse tossing riders is the problem. Well, that's not the problem. That's just behavior triggered by the instincts, which is triggered by worry, which is, well, we're not even sure what causes that. And then we got to go a step back further even yet to figure out how to help her. And that's kind of where we got to go with this one. And, at this point, we don't have a clue what we're going to actually do, but we're just taking our time and going slow with her. And we've been doing a little bit of groundwork with her and asking her to move a bit and stuff, and she's within minutes of working with her, I'm seeing tiny little improvements, little changes that say that she's starting to focus more on me, respond to my cues. As you can see right now, though, she was in la la land there. She was worried. She was looking at the door over there because she wants to go back out, be a horse. I don't blame her really, but it's pretty natural. But when she's with a human, their focus should be on the human, and well, there we go. She's still looking at that dang door, but she's getting better, and minute by minute, there we go. Didn't have to put much pressure on the lead, but more than I should. Should just be able to pick it up like that, and she should be paying attention. There we go. You actually have to put just a tiny bit on there. There. Yeah, she's pretty worried about that door. And what's outside, and man, should have seen her last time I let her in. Bag of nerves, man. But, some people say, oh, she's 20 years old. No, you can't help her. Well, if she lives anywhere near as long as her dam, that's not that far into her life. And I think they can learn right until the day they die. From what I've seen, and the fact that she's older, she might be a little stuck in her ways, but I think that we can still help her. She's perfectly capable of learning new things. Her brain still functions. She's still physically healthy. There's absolutely no reason that we can't invest some time into this horse and create a lovely horse. And, I don't know, there's just something about this one I kind of like. Maybe it's because she's a bit of a challenge and so many other people haven't succeeded in helping her. I don't know, maybe that's part of it, but I'll keep you updated on this one from time to time. We'll do a little video including her, and you'll get to see what kind of progress she's making, but you can clearly see right now the way she's whipping her head around there and how the ears are up, how nervous she is. Oh, she's very, very worried. And I have to be very careful with a horse that's this worried, because I could actually get stepped on, run over, bumped into. All kinds of bad things can happen, if you're not careful. So I'm not, even though I do want her here for the video, I don't necessarily like doing a video because I'm dividing my attention here. And, hey, pay attention. I don't like dividing my attention. There we go. Between her and the camera, because that puts me at risk. I got to pay attention to the horse at all times for my own safety and to help her. I got to be watching what she's doing. I got to figure out where she's at, because she's worried about things right now. Very worried. She has her moments, though. If I take her off, when I get off camera here, if I do a little groundwork with her. Oh, there we go. There's the calling again. That shows she's absolutely not paying attention to me now. She's worried. She's calling to other horses. This gives you an idea just how bad this horse is. Well, not bad. Just how troubled she is. There's no such thing as a bad horse in my mind. And she's very, very concerned. Look at her. Look at her. Oh, look at that. My goodness. No, you probably couldn't see that. Camera isn't down that low, but she was holding a leg up and then pawing, and she's just having a fit here. Well, anyhow, I'm going to let you go, but I just thought I'd share that one with you. That the whole process of figuring out what the problem is, it's not her dumping riders. Even though she's done that several times, that's triggered by instincts, which is triggered by worry, which goes back to we're not quite sure why she's so worried, but we got to figure that out, and then we're going to help her get over her worry. She's very, very worried right now, and I got to turn this camera off and pay attention, or I'm going to get myself into trouble here. So, talk to you later, folks. You have a good day.